There's a reason why we don't live in Iran for 10 years. 10 years old when I lived in Iran, we went to Germany at a refugee camp for 2 years. Then we came to America. Because I want me to make the stupid decision on who I vote for, not you.
Patrick Bet-David takes former CNN figure Jeffrey Toobin to task in this clip from the PBD Podcast, and he challenges the dangerous mindset of blindly trusting the experts, especially when every so-called expert is just echoing the same script without any real debate or open discussion. And Patrick makes one thing clear: the American public is no longer buying into the media's spin, propaganda, and fake news tactics in this exchange, and he doesn't hold back. Let's jump into this moment where Patrick Bet-David exposes the truth and shuts down yet another voice from the corporate media live on the PBD Podcast on the Valuetainment YouTube channel.
Faith by people who have some idea about how to determine that. I don't know the source of COVID.
Yeah, but Jeff,
I mean, that's that to me.
Asking,
but that these questions that become politicized, it seems ridiculous to me to have political debates about something that is a scientific question that people should address. And I'm agreeing that there should be investigations of all that stuff.
By the way, Brett Baer, did you see the interview with Trump?
Yes, I saw excerpts.
Did you see? Did you think he did a good job?
No.
Oh,
you mean Brett Baer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Brett Baer did a very good job.
I agree. I think Brett Baer did a great job.
job.
And you know how he said, this person got fired. That person got fired. This person got fired. Why do you not have a good, hire? So he asked a tough question. And then, hey, why is it that you're keeping on to it? They were trying to get it from you. Well, I wanted to first make sure. Okay, so guess what? People want to know. Great. But people want to also know with the Corvette back and with the notes, what you had there is with Biden. People want to know as well. People want to know.
And there is an investigation going on about Biden. Absolutely.
All I'm saying to you is people want to know. We want to know what's behind the truth. The comment about the fact that I'm not an epidemiologist, I'm not the expert, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm totally get it. The element of that approach when you say something like, well, you're not the expert in this and you're not the expert in that, there is a very clear, pompous, elitist message behind that. Just like this week when MSNBC and CNN, well, we know the president is talking right now, Jake Tapper and Rachel Maddow, but we know the president is talking, but we are not going to let him have any airtime, and we're going to update you on whatever he says that's necessary because we know he's going to tell lies. I'm sorry. Do you think I'm a moron? Do you think I don't have a mind for I can't make... What the hell is America all about? You just said I'm a moron. That's what you just said to half of America. Hey, America, you're a moron. You can't think for yourself. That's why you need me, because I went to this elitist university called whatever, Columbia. I don't know where Rachel went to. And I know what's best for you. Guess what? I don't like that. That's why I left Iran. There's a reason why we don't live in Iran for 10 years. 10 years old when I lived in Iran, we went to Germany at a refugee camp for 2 years. Then we came to America. Because I want me to make the stupid decision on who I vote for, not you.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say I'm with Patrick Bet-David on this one. I don't need anyone to tell me what to think. I just want the facts. I can figure things out for myself. I don't need people like Rachel Maddow, CNN, or any of these elitist talking heads trying to interrupt reality for me. I'm not stupid. I'm capable of thinking for myself. And honestly, that's what's killing the whole woke media. Their arrogant attitude. They talk down to people. They act like we're too dumb to understand. And only they have the real answers because they just think they're the experts all of a sudden. And some of them are just outright lying. Others are just full of themselves. Either way, people are done with it. CNN, MSNBC, legacy media, people are tuning out because they're sick of being treated like children. And the trust is just all gone. And that's why some of their viewers are gone as well too. And if you guys are enjoying content like this, make sure to go ahead and like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot. And let's get back to the video, guys.
Let me make the stupid decision of voting for Biden or Trump. There's a part of that where when we say, I'm not the expert, you're not this, well, no, you're a smart guy. That's why you're here. You're not a regular schlep off the street that doesn't know what. You've been involved in a lot of different things I've investigated. All I'm saying is for us to take the approach as well to say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have this. You don't know what you're talking about. No, we're here because we don't know everything, but we're here to question things and say, this kind of sounds a little fishy. Don't you want to know about it? I do. Well, no, let's just live in the future. Forget about the past. No, I don't want to do that.
I completely agree that, everybody that we don't have tests to determine whether you're entitled to express an opinion on a subject. Well, the only point I was making was there are certain scientific questions, like the source of COVID, that it really does require some considerable expertise in the subject in order to have a reasonable opinion about it. That's the only point I was making, and I'm not saying that, I mean, what is more than legitimate is you or Vinny or anybody saying we need an investigation of the source of COVID. That everybody, that's a perfectly legit,
right?
But the ultimate question of what the source of COVID is, I want to rely on people who know something.
And who's leading that investigation?
Yeah, exactly.
Who is? I don't know.
That's my fucking point.
And
where's this investigation of COVID?
And I go
They'll investigate laptops and leaks and this and that. But something that shut down the world for 2.5 years, no investigation. What is happening?
Adam, China runs, bro. If China could fly spy balloons over our entire country, over nuke bases, and nothing happens, nobody's investigating shit. But here's my thing.
Which is absurd.
No, but here's my thing, Jeff. And I'm not an expert. Nobody in here knows shit about epidemiology, right? But guess what? It doesn't help when the experts were trying to talk and the government was silencing them. When Peter McCullough was trying to talk, when Robert Malone was trying to talk, they banned them on YouTube. They took them off Twitter. How do we even have a chance? How am I supposed to learn from the experts when they were shut down and now it's years later and now we're like, it's old news. No. Right. Again, accountability. And that's why I had the thing with Joe Rogan. He wants to have that debate with the bring a scientist.
Yeah. Dr. Peter Hotel, are you following that story?
I am following.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I mean, I actually am sympathetic. If you want to have a scientific debate, have two scientists debate it, not Joe Rogan against some scientist.
He doesn't want to do that either, though.
RFK.
But Hotez doesn't even want to debate two expert scientists that are on the opposing side. I understand the argument you're saying, like, why should he debate RFK? RFK is not fine. Okay, that's a reasonable argument. But why don't you get a couple other experts from the other side and want you to debate?
Totally.
I think it's hilarious that this fake reporter is pretending like he's all about real conversation and on an honest debate. No way. Like Vincent Oceana said, all the real experts were shut down. CNN, MSNBC, all of them were just echo chambers. No pushback, no real questions, just the same narrative over and over and over again. If you said anything different, they'd label you as a racist, transphobic, or whatever else they use to shut people down. So no, I don't buy this guy's act for an absolute second. He didn't stand up when it mattered. He just went along with it all like a sheep. And now he wants to talk like he's open to other views? Please. During the time it counted, he said nothing. Nobody in the mainstream media did. There were chances to have real debates, real conversations, and they just refused it. I agree, though. It would be a good idea to bring in experts from all sides and just let them speak. But they won't do that. Like Vince said, they shut them down for a reason because deep down, they probably knew those people were right. And when you can't win an argument, you silence the opposition. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you think about Patrick Bet-David calling out this former CNN puppet. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video.